Nicholas Rushworth. Hello,
Hi,
Nick.
Claire.
Now, you're starting off today with Le Monde.
I am indeed, and Le Monde is asking a question. Has François Hollande, the French president, underestimated the crisis, the economic crisis that France is going through at the moment? There you can see the headline, Hollande a-t-il sous-estimé la crise? And Le Monde is saying, well, he seems to be turning a deaf ear to his immediate aides, his Prime Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault, and to also to people other in the socialist camp, and also to a social democrat leader who is in Germany, the former Chancellor Gerhard Schröder. So this is making quite a lot of buzz in the French press today. And there we can see inside Le Monde, les bons conseils de Monsieur Schröder. Now, that advice from the former Chancellor of Germany is that France is in trouble. It is heading for a danger zone with its economy because what it really needs is structural reforms, and Hollande is showing no sign of going in that direction. And Gerhard Schröder's quote is that, well, if France does not switch tack and go the way of structural reforms, the markets will make it pay the price. So that's the top line in Le Monde this morning.
And what's the right-leaning Le Figaro making of that then?
Well, it's picked up on that too. The front page of Le Figaro is looking at that with a headline, La France de Hollande inquiète l'Allemagne. Hollande's France is a worry for Germany. Now, it's picking up on Gerhard Schröder's criticisms, but also looking at remarks made by those in Angela Merkel's immediate circle. And the argument for Le Figaro is that, well, what Gerhard Schröder is expressing, he's free to do that because he's not in the centre stage of Franco-German politics, is actually really what most people in Berlin think. So the message there in the editorial is that France is alone, it's isolated. Every country in Europe is undergoing some belt-tightening regime, and what is France doing? It's sitting there on in another world, in a bubble, if you like, saying, well, we have the 35-hour week. How can you justify, you know, Le Figaro is saying, how can you justify that? It's like a socialist UFO in the land we're currently living in. So there, the right-wing paper hammering away, as ever, to this socialist government.
Le Figaro is also covering the visits of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Well, he's here in France, and the inside pages of Le Figaro, there you can see a headline, Netanyahu says he is ready to meet the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas at the Elysee. Now, of course, Netanyahu came, we've heard about that he came to France and has been sounding François Hollande out about the Iran question. Of course, today there will be ceremonies in Toulouse for the Jewish victims of Mohammed Merah, who, if we recall back in March, was the self-described al-Qaeda sympathizer who went on a killing spree. Among his victims were several Jewish people. Libération has got a nod to that this morning with this headline there. You can see on the front page what the police knew about Mohammed Merah. Now, we've seen that there's been a report in recent days pointing to weak links in the chain of police command and what the investigation could have done for the Mohammed Merah case. And again today, Libération has documents which have not been seen before, pointing to what it says is a credibility gap in the police hierarchy. There you can see the editorial credibility, and it's saying that, well, the chain of command did not work, it fell apart. There were very clear warning signs that Mohammed Merah was a danger, and they just did not follow up on that. And I'm just going to turn to the other big paper in France, which is Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France. Now, it is leading there on its front page, Paris Games Week. It's saying that the average age for video game players in France is 34, which surprised
34,
me.
That's
well,
pretty
it's
high.
pretty incredible, isn't it? Also in the Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France today, we've got a look at a story about what will be a big thing this weekend in France. Lots of French people will be going to graves and cemeteries around the country to lay flowers for what is today's All Saints' Day, the Day of the Dead. And there you can see there the French want funerals that are made to measure. They don't want to put up with the things that the funeral companies are offering, and they want to have funky music and designer gravestones.
OK, thank you very much, Nicholas, for taking us through the papers. You're watching live from Paris.